Dere Sheikh Hussein Cultural Heritage. Dere Sheikh Hussein religious, cultural, and historical site is found in the southeastern part of Ethiopia, Oromia National Regional State, Bale Administrative Zone, Gololcha Woreda, which is 610 kilometers away from Addis Ababa. It is situated 1,500 meters above sea level in the Wabe Shabelle River Valley, midway between the peaks and the plain, in the eastern foothills of the magnificent Bale Mountain. Dere Sheikh Hussein means the plain of Sheikh Hussein in Oromo language. This holy site was founded by the Islamic saint known as Sheikh Nur Hussein. Dere Sheikh Hussein, also known as Anajina, is a 12th century Islamic center of pilgrimage for people coming from different corners of the country and Islamic communities of the Horn and the Middle East countries. It was in this site that Sheikh Nur Hussein first started to teach Islam. Dere Sheikh Hussein site harbors a large religious settlement, still practicing the living culture that has been continuously exercised by the Islamic community of this locality for about 900 years. The sanctuary of Sheikh Hussein and the whole sacred site around it are preserved by these hereditary custodians, known as the Dargah. The Dargah formed a historically very important settlement pattern at Dere Sheikh Hussein. There are 11 Dargahs, group of settlers. The Dargahs are considered to be the traditional owners of the whole sanctuary. Pilgrimages to Dere Sheikh Hussein take place twice a year. The main pilgrimage time and the main festival of Sheikh Hussein is his birthday, a Tuesday which is fixed in the beginning of August. The second important date of pilgrimage is the feast Eid al-Kabir, the great feast, at the end of the Dhul Hijjah, the month of the pilgrimage to Mecca. Dere Sheikh Hussein Cultural Heritage Site comprises a large complex of mosques, shrines, and tombs surrounded by a stout wall. There are also artificial ponds and cultural spaces in the area for diverse ritual practices. The site is a large walled rural religious settlement, still practicing and serving the living culture of the Islamic community in this part of the African region for more than the last 1,000 years. There are about 14 gates in the different parts of the compound. The main gate is known as Karagudo, or Zuktum Gate, meaning the gate that leads to Zuktum. In addition to Karagudo, there are another 13 gates which serve as entrances to the sanctuary. Some of them are Kara Lamafa, the second gate, Kara Maulid, the Maulid Gate, Kara Sheikh Bashir, Sheikh Bashir's Gate, Kara Muhammad Kaso, Muhammad Kaso's Gate, Kara Kiba, the New Gate, Kara Sura, Kara Kani, and more. This is the courtyard of Jajaba Maulid, which is the biggest open-air courtyard attached to the main compound of the shrine as an extension to the west side of the wall. Jajaba Maulid is a rectangular courtyard of the cultural and religious space where mainly Maulid, or the birthday of the Prophet Muhammad, celebrates every year. The mosques. There are about 11 mosques within the vicinity of Anajina. These mosques have been built at different times by different individuals. The mosques had been constructed with local architectural skills, and they have been providing services until this day and remain intact. The mosques have been named after the person who built them. By this regard, mosques like Zuktum, Sheikh Ibrahim ibn Malka, Sheikh Ali Sura, Sheikh Abba, and Sheikh Mohammed Tilma Tilma are the most prominent mosques of the Dire Sheikh Hussein site. The shrine, Gamo. In the sanctuary of Dire Sheikh Hussein, there are a number of shrines, or in Oromo language, Gamo, with different architectural design, size, and shape. These shrines were built as memorial monuments of renowned personalities of the area, as well as religious leaders or saints who lived there in different periods of time. These shrines have given considerable grace and magnificent scenes to the sanctuary. Among these, the most important ones are the shrine of Sheikh Ibrahim ibn Melka, named after the father of Sheikh Hussein, the shrine of Ayo Mekda Chimsai, named after the mother of Saint Nur Sheikh Hussein. The shrine of Sheikh Nur Hussein is located in the middle of the main compound. It has its own separate compound and a courtyard with a compound. The shrine of Fatuma Sheikh Hussein, Gamo Fatuma, the fourth daughter of Sheikh Hussein. The shrine of Nur Ahmed Sheikh Hussein and Sheikh Muhammad, the fifth son of Sheikh Hussein. The shrine of Sheikh Abd Qadir al-Jilani is the second largest shrine in the compound. The shrine of Sheikh Muhammad Haji Ahmed, especially credited for his religious teachings and the expansion of Islamic religion in the area after the death of Sheikh Nur Hussein. The shrine of Sheikh Muhammad Meski, which has been established on the graveyard of the Sheikh. This is Bokolo, the grand prayer shelter of Sheikh Hussein. The shelter was built by Sheikh Mohammed Tilma Tilma with the support of the local community to provide a place of service for pilgrims coming to the holy shrine from different parts of Ethiopia. Water ponds. One of the most important features of the Dire Sheikh Hussein settlement pattern is the existence of water ponds at different corners of the villages. Having a rainwater harvesting pond near to the village was a long tradition of Anajina, adopted since the time of Sheikh Nur Hussein. Among these ponds, the pond Haro Luku has particularly been given sufficient position by the followers of the religion. According to witnesses of the religious leaders of the sanctuary and the residents of the village Anajina, primarily this pond was constructed to solve water shortage problem during the time of Sheikh Hussein. Haroluku water pond is the oldest of its kind on the continent, and secondly, its architectural design is different from the recent methods of water collection and harvesting. Rainwater during the rainy season is collected and directed to flow to the pond when there is a shortage of water. During the dry season, the water is distributed to the community members. But later on, the residents people of the area, the pilgrims, and the religious leaders believe that patients who suffer from different illnesses, like skin ailments and mental disorders, have been healed when they drink this water. In addition to these, when they face various problems and hazards, such as a decline of agricultural production, infertility, poverty, they believe that the water from this pond gives them some kind of relief and solution. Hence, gradually the utilization of the water from this pond for household consumption had been averted, and the community began to use it exclusively for religious purpose as healing water. The Dire Sheikh Hussein Cultural Heritage Site is not only limited to tangible heritage, it also comprises intangible cultural heritage like ceremony of Mudda, the songs of Baro, and lime mortar making. The Mudda ceremony. Mudda, ointment, can be taken as one of the biggest religious ceremonies, festivals, that involves a huge congregation from different parts of Ethiopia. The ceremony takes place twice a year in the Islamic months of Ziyara and Haji. Baro, religious songs and chants of Dire Sheikh Hussein. The myths and legends about Sheikh Hussein resonate through the Oromo Baro, folk hymns sung in honor of Sheikh Hussein. Lime mortar making. One of the most important features of Dire Sheikh Hussein is the preparation of the lime mortar. Lime mortar making is a peculiar knowledge that has been practiced in Dire Sheikh Hussein since the foundation of the sacred site. All buildings in the locality are preserved utilizing a unique conservation material called hashi. The conservation material hashi is a stored dry powder produced from a limestone. The making of lime mortar for painting material has its own routine. This procedure calls for 6 months until the limestone is converted into a dry powder that is ready for making mortar. Then all buildings are painted twice a year just on the eve of each festival. The painting is a part of the ceremonial activities that causes its own ritualistic activity. The making of mortar and painting of buildings has been a peculiar indigenous knowledge preserved in this particular region since the formation of the holy site. Mortar making tradition is not only important for an ecological friendly conservation system, but also representing this antique knowledge that menaced by the disappearance due to the development of modern cement factories.
Baby,